Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're zooming in and focusing in a little bit more in depth on the personality traits or manipulation tactics of a malignant covert narcissist or a psychopathic sociopathic individual. And that is really understanding the traits of glibness and superficial charm. What does this really mean? What is the etymology of it? And what does it really mean with regards to their personality deficit of empathy, conscious, and narcissism? Basically, an overinflated pathological sense of self-importance and how it relates to personality dynamics, and specifically how you might have individually or personally been affected. So if we look at the trait of glibness, the origination of this probably comes from the Low German glibberich, which means slippery. And, to be glib means to be superficially fluent, to be kind of very superficially or insincerely fluent in language. A lot of slippery talk, not having meaning, not having content, not having really sort of a groundedness within the person, but it is superficial, meaning it is on the surface. It is not heartfelt. It is not really part of cognition or based on experience. It's more based on trickery, deceit, or deception. And it also comes from the archaic agile or spry. So to be glib means to be agile or spry. So, originally, I think if you look at the love bombing or targeting phase of these individuals, oftentimes it is this very quality which is standing out of this person. So you might have seen that they are very glib or superficially charming, and meaning very much on the surface, but all style and no content is really sort of the takeaway from this sort of personality. But not so much that they're, because some people can be fashionable, but they might be very spacey or whatever. We're talking about a pathology. We're talking about a personality disorder. We're talking about somebody who is using this component or aspect or deficit of their personality to take advantage of people. In fact, a psychopath might say, just out of context, I'm wondering if I can use this this quality to manipulate people. They're very well aware that they have this quality. They're very well aware of this influence or impact on others. They see how it alters people's perception when they are able to talk this way or behave this way in terms of being glib or superficially charming or very fluent language-wise. And in other words, what also times might be very attractive is this quality that they don't seem to present with a really sort of deep emotion connection. So again, unbeknownst to you, in the beginning of the relationship, you might have seen that this person stands out because they're so unaffected. They might not really have a lot of anxiety. They seem to be very cold, ice water in the veins. They don't seem to be very disrupted. They seem to have a sort of eerie, cold confidence. And so this might present to you as really, sort of fascinating, or what then might have then transmuted or transformed into love, or being enamored, or being infatuated, or then furthermore addicted and then dependent. And it's kind of, created this a tumultuous experience in your life where now you're really sort of hooked into this pathological sense of individual, and you're not able to break free. I think that is one of the most common comments, is that people become so trauma bonded to these individuals that it's hard for them to separate. It's hard for them to let go. They're so connected in sort of a pathology and emotionally traumatically bonded way, dependent way, codependent way. They feel fearful that they can't exist without this person. They feel that they cannot make it on their own. They're deluded to feeling like they don't know how to think. They have so much fear going on. They have so much stress going on that they can't really think clearly. And so this is really part of being really sort of trauma bonded and swept up into the psychological sort of taking over or brainwashing and gaslighting, that this person will then use these qualities of their personality to manipulate and control others. And so, and also, with this, you have to understand how it interweaves with the other components of their personality. Also, their adeptness in fluidity with pathological lying. So these people can roll off lies and not really feel the graveness, importance, or significance with which, they're sending out into the universe. So, their ability to say, that they're not married, that they are of a certain position, they can lie without feeling any ramifications or consequences, because to them in their mind, they have no conscience based on the neurological wiring and networks and that wire and fire together. They are not possessive of a conscience, which means a sense of right or wrong, a sense of even then furthermore learning from what they have done. So if you are without a conscience, you can act immorally, lie in such a glib and facile manner, a fluent manner, that they will lie all throughout the day, throughout multiple, when they don't even need to. They just do it in order to pull one over on people, really for sport or entertainment, or really they just see that this is how they're able to gaslight and control other people. And for them, it's amusing, and they just very much they're into watching the behaviors of people, the reactions, and they're very much not of the same ilk or wiring as most other people. So, where you might naturally be afraid, the psychopath and the malignant narcissist is not afraid. They're not wired in that way. And so, that's why you see this high-risk behavior. You see the violation of boundaries. You see the violations of social convention, social norms, and pushing the boundary psychologically, monetarily, sexually onto others where they would not be comfortable. But they do this because this is just how they interact with life. Rather than having an emotional connection, a deep connection, a heartfelt connection, the ability to listen and empathetic listening, active listening, they don't have that wiring. They don't have the ability. So they connect to life through use of overpowering manipulation, this superficial charm or glibness, and oftentimes it's combined or intertwined with this pathological lying. And they very much see, how others are disturbed by it, and they, calculatedly see they have an influence on others, and so they tend to have a negative influence and a negative relationship with others. So, based on the person then being hurt, maimed, or destroyed physically, emotionally, sexually, financially, whatever, on all layers, and on the smear campaign, this person literally does not feel anything while they're doing it. They don't have a conscience. They feel that this makes them superior to others because they don't have a conscience. So if you can understand this, and why this person is the way that they are, and you're able to see, what a lot of people might call the inhumanness of this, then it'll help you to understand that you have done nothing wrong. You had been, victimized or targeted or used by this type of person to get something that they had wanted in oftentimes a very parasitic lifestyle manner. It is peace and harmony with you here today. I hope that these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.